Hey friends, I wanted to go over some bow exercises we could do at home. Now that we've all learned our llama pencil really well, we're going to transfer our good llama pencil to our bow. Remember, the pinky on top is for violin and viola. A wrapped pinky is for cello and French bow on the bass. If you play German bow, then this doesn't necessarily apply to us. Okay? So the first thing we want to do is we want to take our bow and we want to make sure we get that good llama grip on the bow. So we start with our thumb and our middle and ring finger, and then we wrap the pointer finger, and then we add the pinky on top. And notice how my wrist is turned a little bit this way towards the front of the bow. That's really important, whether we play any of the four instruments, okay? I want to show you something in here. So notice how there's a lot of space. The bow is just in the first knuckle of my fingers, and the tip of my thumb is just on the stick. And notice my thumb is bent that way, not that way. This creates a lot of discomfort. This should feel really comfortable and loose. So my bow is nice and relaxed in my hand with a lot of empty space all up in here. This is all empty space. Okay? So the first exercise we do once we get our good bow grip is we can stir the pot, and then we can go the opposite direction as well. And the goal with all of these exercises is that the bow is going to stay perfectly straight up and down. We're not going to let the bow get tilted on an angle just yet. Okay? We're going to keep it perfectly straight up and down. So stir the pot in either direction. And we can do our rocket chip where we bring the bow up and down. And when the bow is going up and down like this, notice my wrist. So my wrist is bent this way when it's up in the air, and my wrist is bent this way when it's down in the air to keep the bow straight up and down. And after we do the rocket chip a couple of times, then we're going to keep our upper arm and our shoulder in place, and we're only going to bend from the elbow. And when my elbow is bent this way, my wrist goes this way. When my elbow is bent this way, the wrist goes this way. So the elbow and the wrist are bending at the same time, but in opposite directions. And I'm going through this really fast. You should be taking more time with each of these exercises, the stirring and the rocket and all that. And then the last exercise we're going to do for this round of exercises is windshield wipers. And when we do windshield wipers, we're rotating just our forearm. I'm not really moving my upper arm or my shoulder at all. Okay? And the whole time with all of these exercises, our bow grip should feel loose. I'm not really gripping very tightly. The bow should pop right out of my hand pretty easily. I'm not holding it tight. With the key with the windshield wiper really is the pinky. The pinky is being strong like an archway so that that's holding the balance of the stick. If my pinky is not there to hold the stick, notice the stick falls away, right? So without the pinky, the stick doesn't balance. The pinky really does a big job with that, right? So that's with the violin and viola bow. With the bass bow, it's all going to be the same except for pinky is going to be wrapped around the stick. And it's still, we're using the pinky to balance the bow here, all right? And when we go this way, then the balance point should feel like it's on the pointer finger. So this is with a bass bow. It's all the same exercises, okay? Rocket chip, trying to keep the bow straight up and down. And I don't want to go too fast. I really want to focus on having control, like moving kind of slow and comfortable. Stir the soup in both directions. All right, friends, keep up the good work and happy practicing. Bye-bye.